Welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija. I am the CEO founder of this amazing brand where I bring you leading expert tips on henna hair color and Ayurvedic healthy hair care. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a DIY gloss bar all on your own. And I got this brand new cool mold that we're gonna use. I have not used these at all yet, but I love the designs. It was so pretty. I was like, oh, I have to have that. And plus I was inspired by Amy. She had these really nice molds and I was like, let's see what Amazon has. And I'm gonna show you something that I saw that she did that I wanna try to do, make these really unique and really cool. And at the same time as I was trying to like make this recipe for you guys, I was like, oh, we can make a whole brand new gloss bar. 2022, right? We should. Hair growth gloss bar, a really nice one. Let's get into it. Let me show you all about this recipe that focuses a lot on hair growth and a lot on moisture. So the ingredients that I'm going to be using for this, and if you watch my other videos, you know that I talk about using ingredients that focus on your actual hair goals. So once you understand which herbs have a specific purpose, which I know a lot of them claim to do this and do that, this is growth, and maybe you have like 10 different choices for growth, just narrow it down to ones that work really well, which happened to be Amla. Hands down, it has studies to back it. The Amla, in my opinion, is definitely the #1 hair growth herb. So I have Amla oil as well as the powder. The powder is going to be more potent because the Amla fruit on its own doesn't produce its own oil. Definitely, if you want to find out more about Amla oil, I did a whole video on that. So you definitely got to check out that video and reference it and find out all about Amla oil because it is a great oil. If you love Ayurvedic hair care, you have to have it on hand. And the Amla powder, yes, because it is very, very, very potent. It really is. So what I did is I have about 100 grams. I did a whole package of Amla powder right here in my bowl that you see over here. I have some melted cocoa butter. It's organically certified. It's wafers, which makes it so much easier to just melt down, and it's so quick. So cocoa butter, back years ago at Hennasooq, we used to get a big, huge block of it, like 25, I think it was 25 kilos or something like that. Yeah, that thing was like moving a rock. And can you imagine trying to chip away at a rock? Chipping away at that? I was like, wow, I'm not trying to work out that much. So we have these organically certified wafers that, of course, I melted it down in the crock pot, and it's, I love it. It's so, so, so good. And I also have some fenugreek powder. You don't need a lot of fenugreek because it really goes a long way. Those of you who have used it know that it expands so crazy, like creamy wheat. So I'm using fenugreek because I want slip. I want this gloss bar to have beyond a lot of slip. But it's good. It's good for your hair, especially if your hair is on the dry side. You need this in your life. You definitely do. And then over here, I have some more fenugreek. Look how thick that is. I could probably add a little bit more liquid. I might. Let's just go ahead, add a little bit more of my warm to hot distilled water. And I'm gonna just thin that out a little bit more. I will tell you that I have a confession. You know, I love it smooth and creamy, so I blended it. I blended what I had. It was fenugreek, and I put a little bit of aloe vera powder in there as well because the aloe, again, all that together I felt would just make a really nice creamy texture, which, hello, look at it. How do we start making this recipe? All right, so we got our amla powder. This is probably about 25 grams, maybe like 3 to 4 tablespoons. Anyone that cooks knows we don't always measure exactly. And for this, I just pulled up a bunch, poured it in the bowl. And you know what, to start it, I'm gonna add a little bit of water, just a little bit of water. Be careful when you're stirring. As you can see, it splashes, it gets a little wild on you. And now that I've added a little bit of water, of course, it's like super thick, so it's not budging. You can add your cocoa butter. That's probably about 1/4 cup of like wafers. And then I melted it. You can go ahead and use any other butter that your hair loves, oils, whatever it is that you want to do. You could definitely do that. Add your liquid in slowly, a little at a time. because you want to control that consistency. And I'm also going to be adding the organic amla oil. So let's add, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be super nourishing. I definitely want you guys to give this a shot. And keep mixing it, keep mixing it. Oh yes, blend, 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 blend. So now what I want to do that is a little bit special is I'm going to take some of this fenugreek and aloe mix that I made. I'm going to actually rub it here. You know what would have been cool though if I had like a darker colored, I realize that now, a darker colored mix. You know, say I made, you know, like a hibiscus one or a henna one. This would probably stand out a little bit more, but this is fun. Give it a little bit of a shape in the front of the bar. This is because you want to really capture the design is what's going to happen. So now I'm going to pour it into the molds. Ooh, yeah, we're going to chunk that in there like so. I'm going to let it, you know, kind of like fall down, kind of like, you know, brownies. Yes, so just let that expand in there on its own, not forcing it. Oh yes, and I think I have a good amount. Oh, I really have a good amount. It's like I made the perfect amount for 6 hair treatments. Like this is like 6 to 8 weeks worth of, you know, treatments, depending of course on your hair length. This is a very good amount to work with. That was perfect. Oof. Yes, and I'm going to link the recipe for this. So where you can make it at home with all of the ingredients that you can find right here at Hennasooq. Yes, so that's perfect. Oh my goodness, that was perfect. Sometimes there's like air pockets, you know, so I can tap it down a little bit, you know, make sure it's all nice and tapped down really, really well. And now I have at least 6 hair treatments. Boom. And how long did that take us to do? Like we're here just together. What do we do now? We got them in the mold, right? So you could let them sit and get hard on their own. Don't recommend that you actually don't leave it at room temperature and do not leave it in the fridge. Why? Because remember, we used water. So any type of recipe that you're using water, you know, and there's going to be water in it, it's going to attract bacteria. So unless you have a preservative, which you can do on your own, you can decide what works best for you. The easiest way, honestly, since doing it from home, is to just pop these in the freezer, just as is. Put them in the freezer, maybe give it, I don't know, a couple hours, leave it in there for, you know, even 24 hours. And then don't recommend, don't leave them in there just out in the open longer than that. Because once they're ready, I want you to pop them out, and I want you to put them in a bag that's going to have the date and exactly what it is, so that way you can go back to it. You just don't want to leave those exposed in your freezer. You know, you want to cover them up with a really good freezer Ziploc bag. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these in the freezer, and we're going to come back. I'm going to show you what they look like. It has been about a couple hours later, and these have been in the freezer. Like they're stuck in there. The good thing with silicone that I really like is that they're easy to pop out. So let's see what they look like. Okay. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay. Nice. You can see that there's another layer there. Oh, they're really pretty. But not exactly the effect I was kind of going for. I was kind of hoping the design is perfect. It's perfect. Oh, they're very sticky too, so they melt probably really fast. So I would definitely say store these in the freezer when you're not using it. When you're ready to use, just thaw it at room temperature. Just let it thaw naturally. Do not speed up the process. Probably it's going to just take like an hour. It's not going to take that long. I would say that I definitely wanted to see this pop out a little bit more. I probably, if I was using 2 different shades of mixture, these ones kind of, you know, the same tone. So it's not as like vibrant as I thought it was going to be, like I saw Amy do, but it's very, very lovely. So we have that design popped out really nicely. It's going to be easy to clean too. Let's get this one out. Ooh, they are kind of sticky. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Yes, look at that. It's so pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, pretty. Yeah, these are so nice. They're so pretty. I do like the designs though. Very, very, very gorgeous. Yes, so what did you guys think? Would you make these yourself at home? These are amazing for promoting hair growth, for moisture. I can feel, just by touching them, I can feel the slip in my hands. It's like phenomenal. And it smells a lot like fenugreek, probably with a little bit of amla, but I would say that was probably the most, the strongest scent. If you want to scent them, as I mentioned, before putting them in the mold, before you pour them in this and then harden them, use essential oils that are beneficial for your hair. And yeah, I love these. These are so nice. I have 6 of them. I would love to pick 6 winners. If you are interested in winning, I want you to tell me in the comments below what part of this process, like, was something new that you learned, or let me know something, unique about this process. Tell me something about this process that you found was really unique that a lot of people may not know. And like, what is your hair type? Just comment below with some of those great answers to my questions, and I will randomly choose 6 winners, and I will get these shipped to you at no cost. Mind you, these giveaways have to be within the US, so it's USA only. And I really hope you love them and that you try this recipe out. Please subscribe to the Hennasooq's channel, because I always got amazing, great DIY recipes giving you so much information on how to care for your hair. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, brand new videos you don't want to miss. We also have another regimen coming out for the girl on the go. When you're busy and you need simple things to do, but you're traveling, you're busy, I got a regimen planned for you. And I will see you next time. See you, bye.